Hello, this is Raju here. Welcome you once again to the video tutorial series. In this video, I'll walk you through the process of preparing the DCR. DCR is nothing but a daily cash report. Daily cash report. The name itself signifies that this report has to be made on a daily basis, not on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. It has to be made daily. We eat three times in a day. At least let us prepare DCR once a day so that your financial discipline is there while running your office. Whatever business you do, if you're not able to adhere to the financial discipline of the company, your business will go to dogs. Therefore, DCR is a very important document. It is a culmination of the entire business, what you have done in terms of the amounts that you have collected and how you have accounted for it. Let's go through this process of DCR. DCR, to prepare the DCR, you will have to have four input documents. That is the DCR for to pay amounts, DS for to pay amounts. You will have to take the document of DS to obtain the total collections you have made by way of deliveries, and you will have to take the DBDS, that is the daily booking statement, to arrive at the paid amounts that you have collected for the day's booking, and similarly the PR paid for the paid amounts and 7C courier for the paid amounts. Please note that PR paid and 7C courier are only made on paid basis and not on to pay or credit basis. These are the four input documents that you need. Let's take a look at each of these documents now. Now let's say we are preparing, for example, the DCR of Tuticorin office. Tuticorin has this daily cash report. This is a blank DCR given here as an example. Now how does one proceed? First, as I told you, you'll have to go through the delivery statement. Take the delivery statement 7011 70001 dated 19. You're preparing the DCR for 19, so the delivery statement of 19/2014 has to be taken. Here in these red circles, it has been highlighted. Those are the figures that you need to take. In the delivery statement, Tuticorin branch collects the to pay amounts. That is, at the time of delivery, whatever to pay amounts he has received from the customer, he has to enter it here, and he will make a total of all the to pay consignments. The total comes to 446. So these are the amounts that he has collected through the delivery statement. So the first part of the DCR is to enter this 446, giving reference to the DS number 70001 446. His opening balance has been shown as 0, for example, assuming that 19 has been the starting date for preparing the DCR. So therefore, the opening balance is 0, and the DNC amounts what he has collected as per DS number 70001 is 446. Next, let us see what is the amounts he is collected through the DBDS, that is for the paid amounts. To take the DBDS what he has prepared dated 19/2014, DBDS number is 90001. Here you will find in the DBDS to pay amounts are also mentioned and paid amounts are also mentioned. What he has to take is the paid amounts what he has collected. To pay amounts he will not collect because the delivery station will collect. Since DBDS is a booking statement, whatever amounts he has booked by way of paid bookings only will be appearing in the DCR. So in this case, in this particular DBDS, the amount shown as paid booking is 453, which is marked and highlighted in red circle here. So let's go to the DCR and enter these amounts here. GC paid as per DBDS number 90001 is 453. I hope this part of the DCR preparation is clear. In the next part, we will enter the amounts received by the booking station, that is Tuticorin, for booking PR paid consignments and 7C courier. In a similar fashion, he will enter these details here: PR paid from so and so to so and so number 300 rupees, and for 7C courier paid bookings from so and so number to so and so number 100 rupees, and then he will make a total of 1299. Here, what is important is you will have to make a subtotal of all the GC collections, that is GC to pay, that is DS collections, and the DBDS collections. The subtotal comes to 899, that is 446 plus 453 is 899. While making the total here, this is the total of the collections. The left side of the DCR shows the total of the collections which Tuticorin has collected. So if you see the collection calculation process, arrive at the total, zero balance, you have to take the total, here it is 0, so it will be written as 0, plus the GC collections 899, 899 is shown here, PR collections 300, 300 is shown here, and 7C courier booking is shown here 100, totaling to 1299. This total on the collection side has to be transferred to the right side, that is the payment side, 1299. Obviously, if anybody knows about the financial accounting of receipts and payments, the totals at the bottom have to be the same: 1299 on the right, on the left side, and 1299 on the right side. So let us see how the payments are to be accounted now. We will go to the second part of the DCR. Now in the payments column, normally the branch will account for all their expenditure. But since Tuticorin is an agent, he will not be allowed to account his expenditure because he is being paid a commission for all his booking and deliveries. But since the commission amounts are settled once in a month, in order to help him in his cash flow, we have decided to allow the booking agents at bus stands to retain 30% of the GC note collections, so that this amount will be used by Tuticorin for incurring his routine expenditure like Hamali payments and crew charges. So in this example, the GC collections total comes to 899. 889, the calculation process is shown here into 30%, that is 30 by 100 comes to 269, which is rounded off to 270. So 270 is the amount that Tuticorin station will be allowed to retain. So he will write here in this expenditure as 270 and show this as subtotal 270 here. I hope this part of retention amount is clear, because most agents have a lot of confusion in arriving at this amount. The next part is the remittance. How much do you remit to head office? Now remittance is calculated this way: 1299 is the total that is appearing here on the right side, minus 270 what he has retained through the above formula, gives you a balance of 1029. It is not necessary to remit the entire 1029. You round it off to 1000 rupees so that Tuticorin is left with a closing balance of 29 rupees. So you enter here 1000 rupees in the remittance against the remittance heading. 1000 rupees is what to be remitted into the company's bank account. To arrive at the closing balance is calculated as under 1299 minus 1000 rupees minus 270 is equal to 29 rupees. So closing balance is 29 rupees. This is the closing balance of the DCR dated 1/9/2014. Now what happens to this closing balance? This closing balance will become the opening balance of your DCR on the next day, that is on 2/9 when he prepares the DCR. This will be carried forward as the opening balance in this way. So he has prepared the DCR for 2/9. The closing balance of 1/9/2014 is carried forward as opening balance on the second of September 29 rupees. And on second, he has to follow the similar process of arriving at the DNSM amount through the DS dated 2/9, the paid amounts through DBDS dated 2nd September, and the PR paid bookings for 2nd September and 7C courier paid bookings for 2nd September. Make the subtotal of the GC bookings and arrive at the total as shown in the previous DCR. Now let me go through this once again. Since we have assumed that 1st September is the starting day of Tuticorin, he will be starting with a zero opening balance. He has entered the to pay amounts through the DS number 70001-446 and the paid amounts through his DBDS number 90001 amounting to 453, and has made a subtotal of the GC collections, that is 899. He has also collected paid amounts through PR bookings from so-and-so number to so-and-so number amounting to 300 rupees, and 7C courier bookings from so-and-so number to so-and-so number amounting to 100 rupees. The total of all these things, that is the balance, here it is 0, 899 is the GC bookings collections, 300 rupees is the paid PR paid bookings, and 100 rupees is 7C courier bookings, totaling to 1299. 1229 will be the total on the left side of the DCR, that is the receipt side of the DCR, and this has to be transferred to the right side of the DCR, that is the payments column, total 1299. As explained to you, the bus stand agent, that is BSA, is allowed to retain 30% of the GC collections. Here in this case, the GC collections amount to 899, and the calculation is given here: 899 into 30 by 100 gives you 269, which is rounded to 270. This amount is allowed to retain. Show this as subtotal 270 and arrive at the amount that you need to remit to head office, that Tuticorin has to remit to head office. Remittance is calculated as under 1299 minus 270 gives you a figure of 1029, which is rounded to 1000 rupees. So 1000 rupees is shown against the remittance heading. And the closing balance is calculated as under 1299 minus the remittance of 1000 rupees minus the retention of 270 rupees gives you 29. That will be the closing balance. This closing balance will be carried forward to the next day, that is DCR dated 2/9/2014 as opening balance as shown here. And on 2nd September, Tuticorin will enter the to pay amounts collected through the delivery statement number so-and-so, and the paid bookings through the DBDS, the PR paid bookings, and the 7C courier paid bookings, and you will make the total in the fashion that has been explained earlier. This is the simple process of preparing the DCR. This is very simple, and as I told you earlier, it is very important for every station to prepare a DCR on a daily basis so as to account for all the expenses and the income as per the policies that have been declared. This completes the process of DCR preparation. I hope this video has been useful to all of you. You are requested to visit our website 7cparcel.com for regular updates, or email at gsraju@7cparcel.com for any clarification on this issue. Thank you.